Hey VC, Jeff, yep, back again. Getting into my work week, so I thought I'd show last week's stack, because I got another couple days of work at home coming up, so don't want this to get too out of control. Pretty decent size stack here. Let's see if we can get through this. Well, starting with the vinyl. So we got the Buggles, Radio Killed Radio Star, back with Kid Dynamo, which is actually a damn good B-side. So highly recommend the 7-inch. I have no idea if their albums are any good, but yeah, if you like the song, yeah, it's worth having. But yeah, the B-side's actually remarkably good. That's pretty damn. If that's not a 5, it's pretty damn close. We'll say it's a 5. This one's pretty good. It got it from a friend, 10-inch. It's got a very interesting cover of Sex Pistols' Bodies on it, so I highly recommend listening to that. Veruca Salt, I did see them. I did see them before. Um, I think Tuscadero might have opened for them. Yeah, of course, comes from Willy Wonka and all, but it's yeah, I think they kind of rode the coattails a little bit of the Riot Girl thing, but they were definitely not Riot Girls. It's a girl power pop. They're kind of between power pop and grunge, but yeah, I think like Fastbacks or something like that. So I'd say kind of power pop, but yeah, worth a listen for Veruca Salt. I think their first album was the best one of the bunch, but their second album definitely had some cool stuff, and yeah, I really enjoyed their cover of Bodies. Um, yeah, vinyl. I don't know I got anything new in here, but maybe newly shown to you guys. A little bit of everything. Ink spots. Yeah, old timey. Is it, is it folk? I don't know. Yeah, it's a decent listen. I know. Yeah, it shows up in the PC sometimes. Ink spots. Spotlight on. Hmm, four-ish, 3.5. Three. I'll go 3.5. It's a fun listen. Got this one for free. This was good. Miles Davis, Frantic. Excellent soundtrack. Not It's not like challenging Miles Davis, but it's pretty damn good. I guess he was doing this around the time he was doing like those cooking albums. Um, don't see this particular cover as much on the BC. I think the original cover was not as cool looking. Obviously, he's got some stains on here. Not the cleanest copy, but it seems to be one of those ones where it's kind of a deep groove, so that's good. This one, 4.5. I kind of like his little his more far out stuff, but it's a damn good Miles Davis outing there, and can't say no to 3. Um, love this album, Vanilla Fudge. There's not much original stuff on here, of course. Ticket to Ride's awesome. Bang Bang, Love More Rigby, Keep Me Hanging On. All the good tracks are more or less covers, but there's some pretty psyche stuff on there. Pretty solid. Or you can get this cheap all day long. So I throw that on every once in a while, so it's worth a listen. Tokyo Kid Brothers, they were, I guess, a theatrical group. Not their best soundtrack. I picked this up for like less than $1, and it's like minty with the OB strips. That was always cool. They did like a pretty far out one, which was like the kind of the revolutionary. I guess the play was about revolutionaries in the late '60s, kind of covering that. You ever seen the movie Norwegian Wood? I guess it's kind of that thing going on. Um, the movie it's pretty much disappeared, but that soundtrack's pretty damn good. This one's a lot more folky. The other one was a bit more freak outy. Um, but yeah, the Big Moody Blues. That's what this album's pretty much. It's pretty good though. So Tokyo Kid Brothers. I don't know what would you call this. October something country. I don't know. My Japanese is getting pretty rusty. That's pretty advanced Japanese. This one I've shown before. Pretty cool splatter vinyl. Jack Dutronc, I think you'd say it. This one's got is it Hippie Hippie Hurrah, which I think was the Brian Jonestown Massacre, maybe, that covered that. So it's the original version. If you like Giant Jonestown Massacre, probably in your wheelhouse. I do want to get the one that came out right before this too, which is pretty good too. So it's like pop, French. Lyrics are, I think, 100% in French on this one. It was a while back. I think back in the, I think I paid like $15 for shipped from France, just like Amazon or something. It was not hard to get. It's worth a listen. 4.5. That track I mentioned is pretty damn good too. This was a Japanese promo I picked up a long time ago. Wildflowers 3. So I forget the full story of this, but I think I didn't read the minor recently. But yeah, basically there were some lofts in New York. I guess the musicians was hang out and jammed. So we've got Randy Weston, Michael Jackson, the other Michael Jackson, Fred Johnson, Alex Blake, Ahmed Abdullah, Charles Bracken, Ricky Evans, Rashid Sainan, Andrew Surreal, Short, Lyle Atkinson. Yeah, I don't know, but it's free jazz. It's damn good, worth picking up. I don't think these go for a lot still, so I do need to get the other in the series. So happy to have this one. Yeah, 4.5 on that one. Those are pretty damn good. This one, I think they're way more of a live band. These guys, basically, it was like the super group of Teen Generate crossed with Super Snaz, and yeah, I guess it was the two of them. It's most of Teen Generate with the bassist from Super Snaz, and it's pretty damn good. And yeah, nowadays it's a Greg Snaz also plays drum for them. Their modern lineup. So they were defunct for a while. They reformed 5 years or so ago, but once Firestarter broke up, but when the radios broke up, that's got like Thinkin' Fifi from the Teen Generate, and yeah, Tomoko from Super Snaz, and I forget who they have on drums. Uganda, who was in a lot of those bands and still is. I believe he was with Teen Generate for a while. Yeah, but awesome, awesome band. Album, pretty rare. This is like an edition of 500. I picked up a few years ago, and then the album itself is probably like a 4-ish. It's power pop, live. They hit it out of the park, but on recording, it's a little too glossy for my taste, but it was fun. I don't know. I'm definitely hold on to that one because they're one of my favorite Tokyo Live bands. This one's freaking awesome. This was included, I think, with the Stranglers' first album, but only like the early editions. It's on like a purple-ish vinyl. It's kind of pale purple, pink. I don't know. So it's got one side's got "Walk On By," the cover of Burke Baccarat. I forget what the B side was. Does it tell us on here? Mean to Me and Tits. Yep. So this one's freaking awesome. That's a 5. Then yeah, I know I've shown this one before. Unwound, Repetition. I'd say right now it's probably my I'd probably say it's my 3rd favorite Unwound. Pretty accessible. This is the one that's got corpse pose on it. Don't let the title scare you away. But yeah, it's early math rock, I'd say. It's in that genre. Pretty awesome stuff. A little more polished than their early stuff. Not as polished as their final album. Final album is probably the most accessible. This one I showed before, Copa Noir. I believe they're out of Canada. It's on a local from a local label. It's about a half hour out of DC. Um, so just straight up hardcore, pretty good stuff. So it's somewhere between 4 and 4.5. I don't know, 4 1/4. I wouldn't go way out of my way for it. It's definitely not essential, but it's a, yeah. If you see it, it's not expensive. Go for it. It's a pretty solid album. Another freebie that I didn't have before. Diodato. He's got. I don't know. I don't know if this was used on the actual soundtrack, but it's got like the what do you call it? What's that alien movie Steven Spielberg did? Not E.T. The Close Encounters. It's got that kind of going on a part of the album. It's kind of interesting. It's got Billy Cobham on drums, Stan Clark on this, Ron Carter. Pretty solid lineup here. Diodato on piano, electric piano. But yeah, so that's CTI jazz. You know what you're getting into. Pretty solid album. 4.5. It's one of those albums that probably went out of fashion for a while and has kind of come back, I guess. This one I do give a 5. I love this album. Greek Fire by Michael Hartophilis and his orchestra. So it's this very Middle Eastern, kind of big bandy jazz, but it's, I don't know, very, very Middle Eastern stuff. I don't know if they have any, yeah, it's got like Zorba the Group, Miserlou on here. It does have an oud. I was going to say I thought there was an oud on here. There is one. Okay. So an oud, Akorian, Kanone, Dambuk, Bouzouki, whatever the hell that is. It has that really strong Middle Eastern feel to it, even though it's like fairly big band jazz. It feels like it should be like a movie soundtrack of some sort, some kind of biblical thing or something going on. I don't know. But I love this album. It was one of those impulse buys. I was like, oh, this gonna have a cool cover. I went for it. Haven't regretted it. Bought this over a year ago. Finally listened to it. Yeah, I think all the songs just get overplayed. But yeah, original pressing of Saturday Night Fever, pretty clean copy. I think I only paid like $1 or $2 for it. So I don't know if I give it a perfect soundtrack, but it's one of those like iconic soundtracks. It's pretty damn close to a perfect soundtrack. If they'd whittled it down a little bit more, it probably would have been the perfect soundtrack. But at 2 discs, there's definitely a little bit of filler, but it's not that bad. So you know what, you love it. That's a pretty solid album. You'll see it in the bargain bins at some point. It's worth having. Yep, and then this was a recent pickup. I think it's called GOMME, Gomme. I didn't know at the time, but they do have this on. There is a vinyl version of this and a CD as well, so I probably would have bought it on one of those other formats. Cassette is pretty damn cheap though. Like I think I only paid a few bucks for it new. So I believe they're German, all-girl, kind of gothy punk band. What they remind me of? It's like halfway between like Susie Sue and I don't know. I don't know. Heavens to Betsy. It's kind of between the two, somewhere in there. But it definitely has kind of a gothy feel to it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't completely regret getting on tape because they're kind of good, but yeah, I don't know. 4. Kind of interesting, but not as good as I was hoping it would be. It was a blind buy. It was cheap. I don't care. This one, Sean gave it to me not too long ago, so thanks again. Engine Kid, Angel Wings. It's kind of like halfway between Unwound and Codeine, I'd say. So part math rock, part like indie. What do you call it? Lo-fi. So it's kind of halfway between there. Pavement, that thing. A little more math rocky. Yeah, it's pretty solid album. Not a 5, but yeah, enjoy it. I'm kind of on the fence buying more by them, but maybe Sean can say if there's a better album. But I don't know. 4.5 ish. This was a thrift find. Cars Greatest Hits. It's pretty solid. I do enjoy their first couple albums or so, but this has like a lot of their later like 80s, mid 80s hits, like a couple of which I hadn't realized were them because they were a little more polished. But yeah, it's worth a couple bucks if you see it. This one, yeah, this was a thrift find for like a buck or something. Herbie Hancock Possibilities. This is crap, straight up. 2.5. I don't know. I was expecting more jazz. It's straight up pop. It's pretty bad. It's him with John Mayer, Santana, Angelique Kidjo. I think that one was kind of decent. Christina Aguilera, Paul Simon, Annie Lennox, Sting, Joss Stone, Damien Rice, Johnny Lang, I don't know, Trey Anastasio. There was only a couple halfway decent tracks on here. This is going in my sale pile. I am signing out, guys, because I need to maybe look at purchasing some more exercise equipment or something so I get a little workout. Take care, guys. Catch you later.